Hey, everybody. I'm looking at my phone that doesn't actually have my picture or the video of me on it. So I mirrored the image because usually I'm looking at the computer, so it doesn't matter. So if I'm not looking straight at you, it's because I'm looking at the phone that's slightly one of the ways. The background's blurred, so that's why all that stuff is looking weird. I have on my makeup. However, when you're called to do something, you're just called to do it. So I will gladly say I'm 41 for anybody that sees imperfections. Great. If not, then pretend I'm 16 or 18 or 19, whatever. Okay, so I was watching a video today. I don't know her last name. I'm going to tag her because I think she's a really good reader. And in fact, when I first started watching her, I kind of thought she was flaky. See, this is where I'm going with this video. This will be the most important video I make, in my opinion, because you should know who you're watching. So, I'm going to make this short. I can make anything long, but I try not to. I have ADHD. If I take my medicine, I'm sleepy. So I usually don't take it because I don't like sleeping because I used to have nightmares. I don't as much anymore. So I will go until I just fall out because I'm too tired to have nightmares. Believe it, not believe it, whatever. I spent years with all that. Brings me to my next thing. You're going to believe who you believe and not believe who you don't believe. Well, while I was watching Miss Faye's video, I have been strong opposed to, I won't say Biden. I still do not hold some of the moral values that some the Democratic ways, such as abortion and stuff like that, unless there's certain reasons. I don't believe in people just going to get pregnant and having abortions just because you don't want a baby time after time after time. However, that's my beliefs. I don't judge anybody that has different beliefs. My beliefs mean I'm not fixing to go do that. Everybody has their own soul mission, whatever. So I just started. Oh, my hair looks wonderful. I washed it last night, fell asleep, didn't blow dry, so it looks like this. But anyways, it's up. That just looks crazy. I don't care. This is me, as natural as I can be. Um, what I do with the tarot, and it took me a long time to get here because you're going to hell, you're going to hell. That's all you hear. Christian means you believe in Christ. I believe in Jesus. Yes, I believe you have to accept his son for God to, because if you're not going to accept my children, I'm going to have an issue with that, okay? So there you go. That's all that needs to be said with that. Okay. Do I believe that everybody should be told as soon as you're born, you're a sinner, you're a piece of shit? God said you're a piece of shit, because that's basically what I feel they're telling us this. He wants you to think that too. I think that's exaggerated when it comes to the Bible. Yes, I believe that God wanted somebody to write the Bible. I believe he wanted man to do that, yes. Do you know I did not realize that, and this is going to explain to you how deep rooted that church is. I don't do religion, I have a relationship with Jesus. Christian, I am because I believe in Christ. That's all that means. Okay. The people that wrote the Bible are psychic. Oh my God. What did you say? Where did they get the information they got from? They dreamed, had visions. What? What? I'm not telling you have to believe this. I'm not telling you what to believe. I'm telling you what I believe. I just realized the other day what I was saying and what was being said. Sloan Bella. I love Sloan. If you want to know the truth, go to her. If you can't handle the truth, you probably don't want to go there. And you don't want to be here. But my judgments are going to stem a little bit on some things, and I'll explain that. Unless God descended from the heavens, which I'm going to be ticked off because he didn't do it for me. And I mean literal. I mean literal, like everybody's, okay, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the way my brain works, okay? It took me a while to realize, years, I was over 30. Just some of this is symbolism, like some of this stuff, it's not literal. So that's me. Simple-minded, as my dad said. That's all I'm going to say about that. Figure out how they come up with that, okay? What do I believe in black magic? Black magic is when you go to any other entity besides Jesus, besides good, when you're trying to get somebody to leave their husband or doing something stupid. That's black magic. God does not do anything that will hurt you. So if you're praying to God to hurt somebody, that's not going to happen. God doesn't do that. He lets things happen because we have free will. He doesn't cause them. His vengeance, we've not seen. Do I think that there's a vengeance? Yes. Is Jesus coming back? Do I believe that? Yes. Is it literal or is it spiritual? I don't know. Does anybody? So, so if you want to know, do I believe stuff that you believe as Christians? Yes, pretty much I do. I think some of the stuff is over exaggerated. I think that some of the Bible was changed, and I also think that humans make mistakes, and so there is. I do not believe in saying, well, I don't know what this means, let me go to a preacher. Why? If God said, why? I'm going to God, and I've just now learned to do this. I'm going to ask God what it means, because how do I know men knows what that means? Because some of the stuff that they're saying is stuff that I think, it's not that I think it's a lie, like they meant to lie about it. No, just like when I do this, I tell you, everything that I interpret is not going to be correct. I may interpret it wrong. I may get it wrong because I'm not perfect. And anybody that tells you they are doing this, run, I guess, unless you believe it. But, like, I don't know Joe Biden, and I don't think everything he's done is right. But, y'all, I almost cried the other day watching this man in confusion, and he didn't know where he was. And today, this lady that does tarot, I think is how you pronounce her name. Like I said, I'm going to link her, or I will link her in another video, whatever. But anyways, I told her I thought she was an angel because God literally just opened up her soul and heart, and I saw it all. Because I have issues with Trump, and I have issues with Biden. I do what I do, and I don't call this entertainment. I do not say for entertainment purposes. And the reason I don't is because I'm not doing this for your entertainment. Haha, funny. I'm doing this because my job, what I'm trying to create is to help people. Okay. When I say to help people, do I mean that you need to come here, let me do a presidential thing, and take this and say, well, I just hate Biden because of this? No, because I don't get a whole story. Or I just hate Trump because of this. No, I don't get a whole story. This is not for you to completely make your decision upon. This is text and clues. Most of the time, if you're going to watch people like me, anybody, you don't just go to their channel one time. You go because it's a continued story. It's to help you make a decision. Maybe if you ask God a question, you may find your answer in this. It may be something I'm not even talking about. Weirder things have happened. That's how God has to communicate with us. So I don't care what anybody tells me about these cards. I don't worship these cards, but I could not understand what God was telling me, and I thought he hated me for a long time. Until one day I realized, Ashley, the Reckoning Co., she will always be my go-to. She is the first tarot card I've ever seen. She's the first psychic I heard say they believe in Jesus. There are more. But I was taught they don't. Don't listen. They don't. That's a lie. I'm not telling you what to believe. I'm telling you to do your own research. I'm telling you to go to God and ask him what you need to do, because I'm not God. I can't tell you. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to believe. You can say you can say what you want to, because it is what it is. Your thoughts and opinions are not going to sway me, because I've already lived that life. However, when you're disagreeing with me in comments, though, I will not tolerate hate. You can completely tell me you hate me without saying you hate me. So y'all are going to have to be smart enough to figure out the words, and then I'll leave the comments. But we're not going to have a bunch of negativity, because that's what I'm trying to get away from. I am going to, on certain things, not judge them by the beliefs that I've had before, or this or that or the other, because if I believe in what I do, and if I believe in what I do, I should show it through this. So if you get it, you get it. If you don't, watch, you'll see. Or don't watch, whatever. It's going to be a short video. That's all I want to say. I always overtalk it, but I just wanted to let y'all know where I was. So, there are bad people. I am not changing my morals on, I believe that, you should molest children. No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm not changing that. I'm not saying that I'm going to be unbalanced on that. No, no, no. But there are good and bad tugging at everything we do, because if we are truly human, and I do believe there are entities in bodies that are not, I don't know how to explain that, but don't have souls, body jumping, whatever you want to call it. Okay. But if we truly have souls, we're truly human, then we have a part of God with us. So there has to be something good. There has to be something good. And what I want to do that in everybody is try to find that before we look at everything bad, and then pray like hell that whatever is good in them takes over. That doesn't mean it will. Then we have to judge as we see fit, from that. But instead of wishing all this bad, even if we're not saying we're not wishing it, but they're bad anyway, they're going to make the bad choice. It's going to be very hard for me to do this because of society. My deeply rooted convictions, this come from the Karen Reed trial. Your deeply rooted convictions should have nothing to do with the reason or how but it does. You want to know why? Because what I think they were saying is they couldn't get past their deeply rooted connections in that town to figure out the ones that had been there and had been submissive to all the corruption were like, yeah, the police are right. The ones that haven't or that could see past that are like, no. They couldn't get past that to decide whether to do. That's what I feel the problem was. There was also no straight way. They were not explained to. They did that form confusing on purpose, in my opinion. I will say that. I don't have to be unbalanced on that because that's just common sense. There are some things we have common sense to, like if somebody comes in here and says, hey, draw a card, I just cut my finger off, I don't know if I need to go to the hospital. Well, hell no, we're going to the hospital. Okay. So yes, I'm going to live my life a lot by what my cards say because I believe in this. But if we're going to use common sense, if somebody comes in here bleeding to death, I don't need to draw a card to see if we need to go to the hospital. Please. God forbid. Okay, so yeah. I'm laughing because if you've done this and you've done this for a while, just the question, just know. I get that serious because it's been some similar asked that way. If you've been in my chat before, you would know. If you think you have an STD, my cards, you don't need to know what they're going to say. Just go to the doctor. Okay. So that's me. Anything else you want to know, leave in the comments. I love everybody. I'm going to pray for. I'm not going to let you be mean to me. I'm going to look. Everybody's going to take up for everybody. We're not going to be mean here. You can say what you mean and mean what you say. And we all take it personal when somebody says something. But just because one person thinks this does not mean everything about them is bad. And that's what I wanted to explain. No, I'm not taking up for murderers. I know I'm going to get this. Why did that person murder somebody? Did they just randomly pick somebody? Or are they just randomly bad? Okay. Or there should be no reason for us to play God. That's not what I mean. You have to look at every situation. Was this person abused, tormented by the other person? Does that make it okay for them to play God? No, it does not. However, conditions, if y'all understand, you understand. If you don't, I don't know how to explain it. So that's just what I'm saying. We need to look inside. We need to quit listening to this bullshit like with the Brian Cover stuff. I deeply hold my convictions. See, I'm about to say convictions. The convictions. Listen to me. I know what the evidence is saying. I don't think he was alone. I don't think maybe he didn't even mastermind it. There's some kind of linkage, whether he just knows what happened, okay, with Ryan Coburn. I believe that. There's nothing, my cards tell me that, that's why I believe it. There's some kind of linkage there. I see what the evidence is telling me, and this is the stuff I'm talking about. I'm going to go with my gut. If I instinctively think something, I'm going to start going with that because that's what we're supposed to listen to. That is God's gift to us to help us understand. That is our natural first, you know what I mean? If you can get there and be able to do that, that's it. I think the only reason I didn't lose that is because there's a lot of people that adjust to the way they've been done. I have in the sense that I'm not openly person to people. I used to be very social that way. I am not anymore. Because of the people I've been around and because of what I've learned from that, that's why. Because of the way I am. But it has not changed my soul being social, wanting everybody to love everybody, wanting everybody to get along. Because no matter what anybody does to me, that innocent part of me is still going to be there. I couldn't figure out why I still have hope. I got to the point to where I thought I hated God because I thought he hated me. I had decided, well, there's just some people God has to hate. It has to all come down on me. Because I want to know when these people are getting their karma, why? Why did I go through this and they're just getting away with it? Stop it. One way or another, there's things we can't change. And we just have to learn to live with them. That's why I don't just judge when somebody says, oh, that person ended their kid's life. Well, why not? Because you know what? Sometimes you can't help it. And some people don't have the money to fight that. And sometimes even when you do, you still lose it. Because everything is not fair in this world. And people get karma, good and bad, and it will come when it comes. But God is not just handing out karma. He lets things happen. He doesn't make them. Understand or not, I don't know how to explain it to you. We all have free will. Do you want to make somebody love you? Okay, then. God just don't want to make you love him. He wants you to love him because you love him. Period. I digress, as Parsh says. There are people that I watch I don't always agree with. There are only a handful of people I watch on YouTube. I don't do YouTube drama. I don't do YouTube world. I'm not in YouTube world. The people that I talk to every day off this platform are not my YouTube friends. They're my friends. Long distance, whatever. Okay, I will go to bat for my friends. I don't listen to people. You can tell me you don't agree with them or say on your platform you don't care for them. I don't care. You don't have to. That's not nothing bad about them. You're not defaming their character by saying you don't care to watch them or you don't like them. That's okay. That's your opinion. But we're not going in. I will just quit watching. I'll say what I gotta say and quit watching. I don't do drama. Some of the stuff I've said is probably controversial and I shouldn't have even said it because it doesn't matter. My passion is my passion. When I feel some way, I feel it. Oh, I don't almost feel it. From my head to my toes, I feel what I feel. And that's how I am. I'm very emotional. I cry happy. I cry sad. I cry everything. God. You watch some of my videos, you know I try not to. And I tell people, if I'm aggravating, I'm sorry. I feel what I feel, and I feel it. I want to love everybody. I want everybody to get along. I want it to be, that sickness. Oh my God, this sick world. Yep, that's what kind of world I like. I know. But I'll always be that person. Those are the kind of happily ever afters. I just will always be me. So that's me. Natural as can be with no makeup, hair looking crazy. But I wanted to put this video out. So, and it looks like I'm looking everywhere. I might be. Anyways, I love y'all. And for the people that have been there, I'm not going to start naming. I'll start crying. But all of the people that have been there since I started, and I haven't been doing this, but not even a year yet, I think. Those people are deeply rooted in me, and I want to thank you. That doesn't mean they agree with everything I say. It means they love me regardless. Thank you. I don't care about how big my following is. I just want true people that believe in what they believe. It doesn't have to be the same thing I do, but believe it with everything from their head to their toes. So, I love y'all. Thank you for listening. I'm putting this video as the most important video you can watch on my channel because to know someone is to know someone, or to know a little bit about the way they think. I think it's better going in and watching their videos. So, here it is. All or nothing, I guess. Sorry I look like this, but whatever. I love y'all. I couldn't figure out what the stop button was. And now my phone's shaking, so if I'm going back and forth, it's because I hit my phone when I was supposed to hit the computer. Anyways, and I do that a lot. I'm just goofy, and I laugh at myself. So, love y'all.